Boom shakalaka, hold tight. What was that start? Today I'm going to talk to you about what I think, well, I mean, you guys probably noticed I've been using some Bosch tools of late, and I'm going to show you what I think about their oscillating tool. Oscillating tools are really, really handy for us plumbers, especially when we're doing things like working on skirting board, or we're taking floorboards out and that sort of thing. And I wanted to talk to you about the oscillating tool, talk about their blades, which are insane, if not a little bit dear, talk to you about the batteries and everything that go with it. You're also going to get some free add-on tips about how to whip up a floorboard and also replace it using one of these tools. Anyway, look what I've got behind us. New place to film, hope you like it, and I'm going to talk to you about how I made that as well. So let's get on with the video. Remember to hit the sub and hold tight. Right, so guys, here we are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build these racking bits up, and then I'm going to have a higher bit there so I can fit things like the tanks and that I use. This bit I'm going to leave open because I want to put big sheets of wood in. If I need to use a divider or something like that for this side of the studio, I just thought you guys might like to see it, basically, you know. It's sort of stuff I thought you'd like to see. You know, I know it's not 100% plumbing. Well, it isn't plumbing, but I think you'd like to see me build this. It just takes time. It's just got to be done. I've got to do it. I can't be having all these tanks and everything. I can't even get a van in at the moment. I mean, look at it. Look. It's horrendous. So I can get this all sorted out here. That is going to be an absolute bonus. So all the power tools that I was using on this video are Bosch ones. I've sort of converted all my gear over to that. I'm loving the new batteries and how long they last. It's absolutely ridiculous. Also, I like the chuck on the main drill as well, and you'll see me using that later on just to do some pilots with some big bolts. The thing is, I wanted to build all this so I could just clear the studio out and then make a really interesting backdrop to film against. You guys are going to love it. I thought it would be a nice idea that every time I film something, it gets popped into this backdrop, and then you guys can always go, oh yeah, I remember that video. That was fun, wasn't it? Anyway, I was using the oscillating tool, particularly on this, to do some detailing on each plate when I laid the floor plate down, and you'll see me sort of very quickly using it there. But really, no job when it comes to woodwork and doing stuff like this is complete without me dragging my old man out of retirement again. I tell you're jaded, Dad, because you're quiet. You had too much to drink yesterday at the club, didn't you?
Yes, I did, yes.
Like father, like son, I guess. So let's leave me and the old man thrashing away at this, having a right old laugh, and him moaning about not getting a cup of tea. Let's pop to the desk with the finished product behind us so you can actually have a close-up look at one of these oscillating tools, and I'll also show you quickly how I cut and repair a floorboard. Right, so this ought to work on. That's a nice high desky pull. I like it a lot. So what are the things that I want to work really well in an oscillating tool? What do I need? Number one, I need pretty good battery life, and that has been served by this 12 amp hour battery. Tell you what guys, comment in the comment section below what amp hour batteries you have. What batteries do you have in the van or at home if you're a DIYer? What are you using these days, and what manufacturer as well? It'd be really interesting to hear. And also what you like about certain batteries. As I've said before, what I really like about these batteries is you've got a good indicator at the back. There is an app that you can use with your phone to see like what the battery life is, what particular tools you've got nearby, which is kind of handy. Personally, I'm probably not going to use the app that much because it doesn't have like your tools are now 100 meters away from you when they shouldn't be, i.e. they're being nicked. If they had that on there, I'd definitely think about using it. So everything's got a bit of a trade-off as well. I mean, we've got a 12 amp hour battery here, but it weighs a ton. I mean, it does kind of balance this out quite nicely. So you know what I mean now when it comes to like noisy tools. Oscillators are the noisy beasts of the trade. Best size battery I think at the moment that Bosch are doing is your 8 amp hour, which is equivalent, I'd say, in size to some of the 5 amp hour batteries that I've been using on other tools. Apparently, and I didn't know this, batteries, the life of a battery is greatly affected by how hot it is, and these have like a nice little cool flow thing that goes over there. It keeps your batteries cold when they're going through a brutal life cycle. The one thing, I mean, okay, this is a big battery here. I'd be using the 12 amp hour one on a circular saw or on the SDS attachment for this combi drill, whereas the 8 amp hour one, that's going to go on my combi drill, and that's also probably going to go on here, and it's going to, I mean, how much battery you got? So now we've got the little baby. I mean, this probably weighs like a really light sort of mini hammer, 4 amp hour, so it's up there. It's one thing having a great oscillating tool, it's one thing having great batteries, but the blades are the bit that matters the most. If the blades aren't very good, if you're skimping on blades, all the rest of the technology that's behind that is defunct. So let's check out the Starlock system that Bosch used. We've got Starlock, Starlock Plus and Starlock Max. Just look how quick and easy it is to change over, remove and put on new blades. Definitely for me the easiest system that there is, and often a real pain with some of the other manufacturers as well. The Starlock Max is currently the longest oscillating blade that Bosch make, and we all know how a pivot works. The further away the cutting blade is from the pivot point, the more the blades are going to move, the better the cutting capability, but also the more power they're going to need to work. And that's where the Procore batteries come in. So you might be thinking, oh, it's another battery, it does the same thing, it's just the same thing inside. Well, actually guys, it's not. These batteries can provide up to 87% more power. And for me, that's important for two reasons. It effectively gives you the power of a corded tool, but obviously without the cord. And number two, it allows us to power more heavy going tools with larger drill bits, larger blades, and larger oscillating tools. They're just miles more chunky. Guys, while I do that, I just want to ask you to hit the subscribe button, and it's very important to ding the bell as well so you get a notification for when we upload a new video. We've got hundreds of plumbing videos out there now, all fun, all brilliant, and there to help you learn more about plumbing. Also, remember to visit the interactive house, have a good snoop around, try and find Big G, my cat, and learn more about the plumbing in your home as well. And if you're really stuck, it's free to use our Find Your Plumber service to find a plumber local to you in the UK. Finally, comment below on this video because I'll be answering comments about this video on Wednesday night. And if you get a sec and you're interested in history and documentaries, follow my other YouTube channel, Times with James, where you can watch me learn to fly and visit random historical places around Europe. Anyway, really sorry about the interruption, so let's get back on with the video. Right, so just looking at the oscillating tool here, you can see it's like the fairly standard shape that you're going to get in an oscillating tool, that sort of long. I mean, they are kind of bulky and clumpy, but if you get good at directionally sort of adjusting where your blade goes, and I'll show you how to do that now, you can really get these in most places. We've got a nice little light at the front here, you probably just saw that, just come on. I mean, on the side here, we've got our speed selector, but honestly, give me someone who doesn't just have these on absolute full maximum all the time, you know? But also you can see then the nice fins as well we've got here to keep the batteries cool, and also make sure then our tools last longer when we bought them. So really, really impressed. I mean, that's a lovely feeling unit there. I mean, you could do a little wee biped curl with it, you know what I mean? And I did use it extensively on what we've got behind us here. All these tools are being used, they're all being utterly battered. I don't think I'll use the SDS drill when it comes to chasing up a floor because I've got a job at this church to do. Well, I've got to go and look at it. I need to run a pipe underneath like the entrance to the church, and it's just weird, isn't it, when you work in places like that, you know? Like, what are you gonna see? Is there gonna be a hand hanging out? It's gonna be like Indiana Jones, or as I call it, Indiana Bones. Right guys, so we're just going to take this small section out here, okay, because we need to get to that. So you'd usually just score something across there, and we want to try and pick up that there. This is when we use one of these pieces of equipment to actually get us in here, you know. So guys, you can see here exactly why these tools are so handy and why I always think every plumber, and you're always going to see a chippy have one, but for us, for getting in floorboards, especially if they're really small, tight or niggly little places, these are the perfect tool for us to get in here. Just look at those blades as well, literally insane how good they go through. And also if you've got tongue and groove, they're really handy for running down the tongue and groove as well. There you go. I hope that shows you perfectly how you can use a piece of equipment like this to do exactly what you want. You know what? Let's just make this good, shall we? We've got the kit to do it. Let's do it. Usually this is how we do this when we're rebuilding a floorboard. There we go, as good as new. Right then guys, so there you go. I mean, you've seen there, I mean, in a way it's an inadvertent video showing you how to repair a floorboard, which I might do as a video idea properly on this show sooner or later. So yeah, that is the beast. I mean, they are absolutely fantastic, these things. If you've got one, you'll know how good they are. It's nice to have a good one here. Like, I mean, you know, I'm really enjoying this stuff. I don't know if I'm sad or not, but I just love it. I think it's wicked. I don't know anyone who's gonna have one of these and then not have it turned up to 6. I have no idea, unless you're starting a sort of really delicate thing. But for chasing out bits of skirting when you're putting stuff like vanity units back to the wall, these are absolutely class. For doing anything like notching around where pipes come out, notching where pipes run through floorboards and joists and all that sort of thing, these things are gonna come in handy. I mean, they get used every day, so to have a good one like this is really, really cool. It's gonna pop it on charge now. With the charger actually, you can actually feel the air blowing all over it at the moment. Like a hairdryer. You can go on your phone, see how charged up it is. You can press the power boost button if you're like desperate to get off site and you need 50% in there, or you need it to sop up real quick so you can use it. But usually I always see a trickle feed being a much fuller, much rounder way of charging up your batteries. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Got loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of videos coming up. Also remember as well to check out Times of James. Got a big batch of videos coming up there soon. I'm taking my tuk-tuk out to interview people around the country. So that's going to be on that channel. So it's a little bit of fun that I'm doing. You never know, maybe it will be massive, that YouTube channel. And you can say, wow, I subscribed to it when there was only 5,000 other subscribers. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video, guys. I love you all. And remember, ta-ta. See you soon.